Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Eric from Honda Powersports of Crofton. I am excited today to show you the new Honda Super Cub. I think this is definitely a bike that not someone my age necessarily would know, exactly what it is, but I'm sure if you asked my dad or uncle or anybody like that grew up riding motorcycles in the 60s, early 70s, they would tell you that you meet the nicest people on a Honda. And this is the bike that basically inspired that slogan. So I want to do a quick walk around. So this is the 2019 Honda Super Cub. It is model name C125. It is an ABS model. This is the type of bike that you just want to have fun riding. I think that when Honda, Mr. Honda originally, thought about this bike, they wanted to bring something to, be a hit, something that was going to sell real well. The Europeans had two strokes that they shot around on in Europe, and Mr. Honda basically wanted something that was more fuel efficient than the two strokes, that were quieter. So in order to do that, they developed, this four-stroke 125, well, then it was 49 cc's, but now it's 125 cc's. The engine is basically, very similar to the engine that's in the Grom. So, there's some familiarity with that. You notice the color scheme. Interesting information on the color scheme. Honda, on some of their older bikes, I don't know, if you've seen this, and it's not on too many of their modern bikes, but there was a sticker that always talked about the environment and saving the environment and, being friendly to the environment. So that's actually what this color scheme is representing. The blue, the dark blue here, is representative of the ocean, and the light blue here is representative of the sky. So don't know why the red, though. You have to, the red I'm not 100% sure on. Someone could probably throw that in the comments. But if you look at the bike, the fit and finish is really, really nice. I think the biggest thing that I would point out to a customer that was looking at this is how well Honda was able to adapt a lot of the technology, but still keep the old look. So the bike has a keyless system, which, pretty complex, but on a bike that costs $3,600, it makes sense. I think that that's the biggest thing for me when I look at this is, the LED headlight, how they were able to blend. Let me turn this on real quick. How they were able to blend a lot of that technology into the look. There we go. I probably can't see that it's LED, but we gave it a shot. Also has an LCD display. Pretty modern. Nice look. Brand new. 0 miles. So this bike would make for a great commuter. It's not a scooter. It's not really a motorcycle. I think that's what the appeal to this bike was, in the 60s. You didn't have to be a crazy biker to jump on this. And I think that Honda's advertising campaign really, picked up on that and got people that had never ridden before on a bike like this. They could actually shift it themselves. Semi-automatic, no clutch. You got a heel toe shifter, which is pretty neat. But that's probably the biggest thing when you look at this. It's simple, but at the same time, it's nostalgic and it's modern. It is such a cool blend of those three. I'm going to take it for a ride and just kind of, this is a sold unit, unfortunately, guys. So we did tell the customer that we would not, we wouldn't put any miles on this. The next one we get in here in a few weeks, I definitely am gonna go take one out on the road and give you guys like an actual ride, and I'll just kind of edit this video and put that in, so just so that way you're curious on why I'm not able to take it for a full test drive. So anyway, just wanted you to see the bike. Just a couple of technical specs on it. This is a MSRP of $35.99. It is a 4-speed transmission. It weighs in at 240 pounds, and it has 1 gallon of gas that will take you claimed 100 miles. So it would be a great commuter, I think. And I think this is the type of thing that if you pulled up at a gas pump or at a traffic light, I think people are going to be high-fiving you. I think it's going to bring back a lot of emotions from people that remember this, but then from people that have never seen it before that just say, that thing looks so cool. And you know, Honda really did a great job of bringing this back. I just think it's so neat. I know so many car manufacturers are doing the you know, the nostalgic cars and the Mustangs and Camaros and making everything, you know, old look new again, but I don't mind it, especially on something like this. I think it's just a real nice, you know, get out and cruise around type of bike. Tiny little Nissan brake caliper there. Very tiny wheels, but it's fun. And I bet you'll probably smile a lot riding this thing. So, all right, guys, let's go out and go take a quick cruise around on the Super Cub. Again, this is a sold unit, so the customer wanted to make sure we didn't have more than a mile on it. So I'm not going to take it out on the road or anything like that. But we will take it around the parking lot. Okay. So, you know, I'm like 5'6", you know, I'm flat foot, you know, so you don't have to be, you know, super short or super tall to, you know, ride this thing. I mean, overall dimensions for me are really good, you know, for turning and that size. I think you get up over 6 feet and, you know, your knees may be starting to hit the handlebars. But if you're too short, the step-through design is easy to swing your leg over, but you might just be on your tiptoes. So start this thing up. Turn that to the on position, again keyless. Ready to rock and roll. High beam, low beam, horn. Good attention to detail, color matched buttons. I don't see that very often. So again, what kind of sets this apart from, you know, this being a scooter, if this was a scooter, if you give it gas, it'd go. This bike is a semi-automatic, so just click up, you're in first gear. It's got a gear indicator, which is fantastic. We'll go take this thing around. Really smooth shifts. I'm sure once you revved it up a little bit more, it would be a different story on how smooth it felt. So not really going to be able to get it out of second gear cruising around here. Not the best scenery either. I'm sorry about that. But really maneuverable. I mean, if you were in a downtown area and you needed maneuverability, I mean, it doesn't get much more maneuverable, you know, to be able to kind of make some, you know, some quick maneuvers. Feels really lightweight. Really lightweight. I'm half tempted to take you down the road, but then I just realized that I don't have a dealer tag on there. And we're in Maryland, so that will, there's cops everywhere. That won't last very long. So again, guys, I promise you, I'll get you out there on the next one that comes in, and we'll actually go maybe down to a downtown Annapolis, and we'll cruise this thing around the waterfront and get some reaction video and stuff like that. So let's shut her down. Nice little grab handle here, which is nice. So step down on this. But that's it. That is the 2019 Honda Super Cub.